Hello, I'm Sean.
And I'm Matt, and together,
we're the Daily Shatt.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Welcome everybody to the next installment of the Daily Shatt. First thing we have to do, we get a lot of flack and people wondering what a shat is. It's kind of like...
First, before he gets into it, it is not feces. Not feces.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Because that's what everybody accuses us, they need to understand.
It's more like the Brad and Angelina thing, the Rice and Crispy, Sean and Matt, Shatt. So that's pretty much clears it up for me. So now there's no more confusion. Sean plus Matt equals Shatt. Is that a good enough explanation?
If that doesn't clear it up for you, we'll have his 9-year-old daughter try to explain it to you a little better. But that should clear it up.
Alrighty. Another thing we got to clear up. Apparently last week there was enough people
grilled for this.
We left out The Field of Dreams. I don't think it's one of the best sports movies ever, but everybody else did, and we kind of got blasted a little bit for not bringing up The Field of Dreams.
I think it's one of the best sports ones ever. I don't think it belonged in the list we had, but it's Kevin Costner. He deserves that respect, Sean.
Me, Brett Burtonshaw, Dirk Knight, we built a baseball field behind Brett's house when we were like 12. Do you think they
Did Satchel Paige show up, Sean?
They didn't show up, man.
Okay, then it's not important.
Exactly, so how come that freaking movie is so important? It's not.
Because they showed up. That's the difference between what you did and what our man Kevin Costner did.
No, they should have showed up.
You weren't worthy.
You should have saw this film. Alright. Anyway, Field of Dreams. Apparently it's a great movie.
Field of Dreams. It's a good movie. Fun fact. So, as many of you know, me and Sean are not shy about this fact. Step Brothers is arguably our favorite movie.
It's way above Godfather and the greatest movies of all time.
Word. And we've made enough noise about it that they're making a sequel called The Brother-in-Laws.
Yep.
So
we
thought we'd wear our Step Brothers gear just to kind of show some respect and appreciation.
You want to read what mine says?
I teabagged your drum set.
My drum set was a dude.
Alright, let's get into this, Sean.
So, obviously the biggest thing right now in sports is the NCAA tournament, and it's been crazy tournament. We've gotten 11 versus Michigan, 11 seed versus Michigan, Loyola, Chicago. Crazy.
It's nuts. And
I think they're going to pull it out against Michigan. I thought Michigan played well, but these guys are quick. They hustle. It's just they play a solid 40 minutes, and it's great to watch.
See, you're exactly right. With every year there's that one team that makes it to the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8 that came out of nowhere. Like they're a 12 seed or something that just nobody has seen. Nobody knew what to expect, so they had that element of surprise, and it got them that far. But then everybody figured them out, and they were a beatable team. I don't think Loyola is like that. I think they're a real deal team that just is in a small conference on a small stage and hasn't gotten that chance. I mean, they've proven they can play.
Do you know where it is?
In Chicago, right?
It's like right on Lake Michigan. So really, it's two Michigans against each other.
Well,
funner fact, most funnest fact.
Funnerest?
Stanley from The Office went to Loyola, Chicago.
And played.
Crazy, huh? Yeah, he was that guy, the guy, the token.
The guy. So he was there when Sister Jean was still old, just not as old?
She was probably 70 when he was still there 50 years ago. But everyone needs a Sister Jean behind them. How old is she, 98?
98. That's a healthy looking 98.
Does she sit in the crowd?
She sits by the bench. Behind the bench.
How that doesn't... I almost have a heart attack at the end of some of these games. How does she not just roll over and...
And the thing is she had Charles Barkley hitting on her and she shut him down. I mean, come on, Sister Jean.
You want a bold statement? If Loyola wins, there's no more Sister Jean.
Sean, no!
She won't make it. That's the greatest thing. Look how many Cubs fans died after the Cubs won the World Series.
They're just waiting for their team to win, man. I bet there's a handful of Eagle fans that have passed away, but...
I'm rooting for them.
Me too. I think they're real deal. I think they have a legit shot.
I think it's going to be a good game, so...
On the other side of the bracket, we got a big game. Huge.
Kansas-Villanova.
I'm pretty butthurt. We just barely watched Duke get beaten overtime.
Grayson Allen's shot hit every part of the rim, but the important part, that's the bottom.
Yep. So my team is out, so my bracket is officially busted. Sean was busted in the first round, so I can hold my head high in that. Side note, Sean's 2K win streak's over. We won't talk about that today. But Villanova and Kansas, Sean. Who do you got?
Only because I have a certificate in one of my higher education at Villanova. So I'm going to go with Villanova.
Your alma mater?
One of my alma doesn't matter, but
yeah. That's a good one.
So I'll go with Villanova, and I'm going to go with Loyola.
Overall?
No, I think they lose in the championship game. I would love to see them win, obviously, but
I do think they get there. I
do. I don't like the week in between games, but
it's too much time to prepare. Part of the fun is just going at it. But.
So I got Nova. It's a good thing we get a repick in Sean and Matt world.
Yeah.
Every round. So I got Villanova winning.
You guys can too. I'm going Kansas. I thought Kansas was weak. Cosmo's in here. Our dog Cosmo. This is Cosmo.
Why is he?
I have no idea.
Hey buddy, you're a star now.
You're a star, dog.
All 3 watchers will love you.
All 3 of them. You're out.
Yeah, let's make it quick. What's your pick?
Kansas beats Villanova. Kansas wins it.
Yep.
So let's step away from the college scene and go to the NBA. Big injury for the Warriors. Big injury.
That's right. They don't expect Steph Curry to be back for the first round of the playoffs. So,
well, how do you think it affects them? Do you think the star-studded team is fine? What do you think is happening here?
I think they can win without Durant. I think they struggle a little bit without Thompson. I don't think they can win without Curry.
I have so many mixed emotions about this because Kevin Durant is hands down the best scorer in the world. But he can't finish.
He can't finish. He's not a leader. I think Steph Curry silently, he's an assassin out there. I think he...
And saying Kevin Durant's not a leader is no dish on Kevin Durant because he says it himself. He knows it. Steph Curry is the Golden State Warriors. He is the poster boy, and rightfully so. The way he can change a game by being in range from 60 feet out. I think they get through the first round fairly easy, but if he's not back, they start to have some trouble because this is a tough Western Conference.
But the 4 core have been out a lot lately, so...
Is it faking injuries
I think it's getting
some rest?
I think it's getting some rest. Draymond Green's a punk, and he had a sore stomach or something, or he stubbed his toe and couldn't play.
The NBA got so much flack last year for players resting. I'm sure they're fake.
Without a doubt, though, the Warriors don't beat Houston. They may not even get past the second series without Steph Curry. So they need Steph for a long run. But
if you don't have Steph to equal what Damian Lillard's doing in the second round, if that's who they match up with, that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, Steph's Batman. And
Swaggy's good. Sean Livingston's good. They're great role players, but they're not going to be able to fill in for him in the playoffs.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. It's a big injury. So we'll see what happens over that. Hopefully, I mean, they possibly play the Jazz. They make it the Spurs, though. The Spurs.
With a Kawhi Leonard.
If Kawhi ever makes it back.
If Kawhi plays this season, they're the 3 seed. The Spurs are the 3 seed. So I think that's a very different Spurs team. I think he's being pansy, man. I think he's just scared about getting hurt again.
Yeah.
I think he's...
Yeah, I agree.
Well, enough about basketball. Baseball's coming. We love us some baseball. Madison Bumgarner, spent most of last year injured because of a stupid decision on his part on the motorcycle wreck. But, top 5 pitcher in the league. He was pitching in practice and took a line drive to the hand. And his hands broke. And Sean is our baseball analyst here. So how bad is this big? Is it just it's
so long term? So he hurt his pinky. So he had to get 3 screws put in here. And if you're gripping a baseball, I mean, really, you need it for some control, but you don't.
Is it
not to say you can't take your pinky off? It's right in here.
I got playing 3 screws right there.
You can't throw a baseball either.
Got a mean hook shot though. Got a mean hook shot.
But he's gonna be out 2 months. I don't know if he can throw over the 2 months, but it sets him back a lot further than that 2 months, and not being able to. I don't know if he's going to regain his strength. So I hurt my index finger, and I had a hard time gripping it. But that's the main. I mean, that's the main pressure point. So not as big a deal with the pinky, but it still hurts as far as he just went through the spring training and everything, and it sets him back a while.
So you think? I mean, you think this isn't the end of him? You think he comes back from this? Isn't a
No, I think he'll come back just fine. He'll come back
career changing.
He'll come back mid-season and be just as good as he ever has been. So, but I mean, it sets the tone for the start of the season when you really want to get out there and jump ahead. They've got a couple of good guys though that could step up. Johnny Cueto,
they'll be able to hold their own, but
they'll hold their own. So it'd be interesting to see. I'd like to see how his rehab goes with that pinky and what he can't do a lot of stuff with that. So 2 or 3 months. What in freaking baseball you're out 60 games or so, and for pitchers that pitch every 5 days, that's maybe 10 games.
Yeah.
So not a season killer for the Giants, but if he keeps getting injured, it's time to ship him off.
So Mad Bum, do us all a favor. Stay away from motorcycles.
Wrap him in bubble wrap until the starting game.
Just be smart.
So one of the most exciting things that I'm not a golf fan.
Neither am I. We're stoked about this.
Yeah, it's fun to see Tiger Woods back in action and playing well. I've watched the last couple tournaments, and he's been right there coming down to the last day. And it's Tiger. He's smiling, he's having fun, and he's hitting the ball.
Honestly, the past 3, 4, even 5 years, he's kept trying to come back. But he wasn't ready. Like he just wanted to be back. Yeah. He knew that his endorsements, everything were riding on him being back. So he kept coming back early. He had a rehab. He wasn't healthy. Well, he finally took time off. Like just stepped away from the game for how long has it been? A year?
It's been
a while.
Yeah, 6 to 8 months, something like that.
He got healthy.
He's in golf shape too.
He's in golf shape.
He's a little thicker.
It's
but he's playing well.
But he finally took that time to let his body recover and let him get his head right, because as much as we love Tiger's a head case. But the guy is balling out, and the question is Tiger back, or is this just a little vintage run?
I think he'll win a major this year. I don't know if he's quite ready
No, I'm gonna say it. Tiger Woods is gonna win the Masters. Mic drop.
I'll find a new replacement, because that's completely wrong.
Jake?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
That's funny. But no, I'm excited to see it. So it's the only thing that keeps golf interesting when a black man out there hitting a white ball.
He's a black man, chat man. Oh. Okay, that pretty much wraps up this episode for us. We, there's lots going on in the sports world right now, so if you have any suggestions, like I said, we're always open to it. Just hit us up on Twitter. We got some big stuff coming up. We're coming up on our 10th episode. So stay with us. We're gonna have some fun there when the 10th episode rolls around. But this next episode we got, we're gonna, as we mentioned last time, we're gonna start showing off some of the memorabilia that Shatt and I have collected over the years. And
I think we're gonna do some box breaks. That's a new fad that we need to get involved in. So if you want in on some box breaks, hit us up and we'll see. We've been pulling some pretty crazy stuff, so we'd like to share it.
What's one of the more recent crazy things you pulled?
Should I just go for the Holy Grail?
I mean, yeah, might as well.
The Mickey Mantle, Wilt Chamberlain dual jersey card was awesome.
Fun.
I think that takes the cake. When the worst thing in that box was a Pete Rose autograph. I mean, that was a pretty solid box. So it's a Leaf Q box. But we're going to open up some cool stuff. And
so if you're into memorabilia, definitely stay with us and check that out. That's it for us today. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.